Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the newest stadium on the NFL landscape, and it might just be the grandest as you get a look at SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Chargers. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A shotgun snap for Darnold, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Will get this complete to Charlie Woerner. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure they didn't get anywhere near that, bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
They'll run on 1st down. Griffin. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 49-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down now, it's Griffin. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Calling a gain is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
8-yard line.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Over the middle, it's Williams. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
1st and 10.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
It's caught, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 19th touchdown now on the season, and the Chargers have taken a 1st quarter lead.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Well, you've got to like that that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that style.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
On second down, it's Griffin. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up third.
On third down, Griffin. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at
the last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
On the pickup, it's second and 8.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Sack.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Herbert's
Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Jets 0.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The Chargers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. Dobbins hit the defenders. And picked up by the Chargers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
24-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down.
And goal to go.
To the air again, Herbert. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. They'll give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Herbert back to the air. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
It to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Robert Woods. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
To throw is Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Herbert down on second down. And he's got him. And he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. Now, always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Darnold completes it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Darnold to throw again. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes. No interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He sets to fire deep. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Herbert throwing again. He worked free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head steam.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the offense.
I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
We have hit halftime. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And, we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
At the 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. They begin with Michel on the ground. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Derwin James with a win. They take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Play action. It's Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Herbert. And there's that man again. It's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. To throw again. Herbert. And it's complete to him over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Herbert on first down now. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. And this one through the uprights and good. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, New York.
To the air again, Darnold. The out route incomplete. That's Woods. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll go again with Dobbins. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. That's caught by Warner, the tight end. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free. I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field, and that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Get ready. He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed,
and he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. released in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And Michel will have the first down and more. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, that's complete to the tight end Werner. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Play action. It's Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it will be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And Herbert has it knocked free, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, it's Herbert. And heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carl Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Complete to Charlie.
The Jets on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. The pass to Herbert is intercepted. Picked up near 32. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold airing it out deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Jets.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it will be easy.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good pickup there, 21 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line is having pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards. Here.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Quinnen Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Herbert has it knocked free. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. More from L.A. in a moment. Quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles where he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Give him 14 on that one, and a first down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Derwin James on the coverage.
Throwing again is Darnold. They set up the screen for Dobbins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The heavy set out there, 3